All right, let's go to Ben Schulman, WJPZ.
Hey, Vaughn, thanks for taking the time. What do you think you've added to this team since being traded over?
I don't know, man. I just try to bring great energy every single day. I just try to sense when guys are not feeling it, and I just try to uplift the guys. I'm a fun guy. Like Kawhi Leonard, man, I'm a fun guy. I like to have fun. I like to have positive energy. I like to have a good time, and I like to be around people in the locker room. I'm an entertainer, and I love to tell jokes and keep the spirit high. And I definitely think that I brought some positive energy to this team, man. And I think it was a surprise. At first when people were getting to know me, I think at first they were, it's just they see Von Miller, and I don't think they expect, how easygoing and how nonchalant I really am, and how much I love to have fun. And I don't think they were expecting that. And it's just been refreshing being here with these guys. They have positive spirit and a positive energy as well. And I feed off of that. I know they feed off of me, man. It's just been an honor and a privilege to be here.
All right, just a reminder to our media members, please add your outlet to your display name if you'd like to ask a question. We'll move to Mitch McCartney from the Rise Network.
Hey, Vaughn, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How's it going?
So it's no question that you've been on a few legendary defenses in your career. My question for you is, I just want to know, how does this Rams defense currently with stars at just about every level stack up to some of the best defenses you've been on as your time as a Bronco?
Yeah, it's we got a great defense here. We got great players. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, these guys are gonna be Hall of Famers. I played with Hall of Famers before. I played with Akeem Talib, DeMarcus Ware, Chris Harris, Bradley Roby. He was our nickel back then. Now he's a starter. Danny Trevathan, Derek Wolfe, Malik Jackson. That 2015 defense was crazy. And this 2021 defense is crazy as well. We got Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Greg Gaines, Leonard Floyd, Troy Reader, Ernest Jones. Man, we got Jalen Ramsey, Double D, T. Will, Taylor Rapp. We got Eric Weddle on the team, man. We picked him right up about the street. And, he's here. He's going crazy as well, man. They're both loaded teams. We got to go out here and put our best foot forward to win this championship. And I think it'll be more of an argument. In 2015, we won it. We won it all. It was one of the most historic defenses ever. And, we were able to win. And, it doesn't get any better than that. And, we still gotta finish writing the book. And we still got to go out there and put our best foot forward and, handle business for us to, really make an argument between that 2021 team and the 2015 team.
All right, let's go to Anton Bottelson out in Denmark.
Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for taking the time. I was wondering how it is. Obviously, you came from a great defense in Denver, but how is it to play along like guys like Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald? What has that done for your play?
Oh man, it's been an honor and a privilege to play with Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, and Greg Gaines. I was a big fan of those guys before I had even came here. I pay attention to pass rush throughout the league. Young guys, old guys, it doesn't matter. That's just what I do. And to come here with Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald, I was blown away. And to build a relationship with these guys and get to see who they are and what really makes them on a daily basis, man. It's been great. It's been a blessing. Aaron Donald is one of the best players that ever played this game, and he lines up right next to me. And I got Leonard Floyd. He's an elite pass rusher as well, and he's just over on the other side. So it's been an honor and a privilege, and I've just been trying my best to stay in the moment and really capitalize with the things that we do.
All right, let's go to Rafael Bellatini from UOL Esportes.
Hi, Von Miller. Appreciate it for your time during this important week. I want to know, everybody talks about his experience, and you have a lot of Super Bowl experience. But this year, like last year, we have a different Super Bowl week. Do you think this change things? Bengals don't need to be here in LA for all week. The interviews, everything is different that the another Super Bowl weeks.
What was the question again?
Do you think the difference about the Super Bowl week this time is different, like last year because of COVID? Bengals don't need to be here in LA for all the week, and it is different. Do you think this change things about experience?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a different experience. But it's still a Super Bowl. It's still the biggest game in the world, and every year it continues to break records and be the most watched television show each and every year. So no matter what's leading up to the Super Bowl is going to continue to be the Super Bowl. And COVID has definitely changed things and the way you go about it, but we're still able to get it done. We're still having media day. We're doing it virtual. We're still able to do all the things leading up to the game that makes this game special. And that makes this week special. So, things are different for sure, but it still doesn't take away some of the flame that makes the Super Bowl what it is.
All right, let's head to Eric Delia, DenverBroncos.com.
Hey, Vaughn, how's it going?
Hey, Eric, how's it going, man? We got the whole Denver squad on here, man.
We're all here. A lot of Broncos fans have been cheering for the Rams late this season, the postseason, wanting you to win another one. What's that mean to you to still have the support from the Denver community?
And it means everything, man. It'll always be love. I'll always have, orange and blue in my blood. I'll always be a Coloradan. I spent 10 and a half years there, a third of my life. My son was born there. Did so much with the Denver Broncos. So many of my close brothers still play for the team, and I watch these guys grow up and watch these guys develop. And I played with guys before them, spent 8 years and 9 years and 7 years with all those other guys, man. And I got to see Peyton Manning, and John Elway was my boss. And it's just so many great things about Denver, man. And to still have the support from the city is amazing. I didn't want to leave, as it wasn't me that wanted to leave. I got traded. If it was up to me, I'd still be, in Denver trying to figure it out, man. And it's just how I am. That's just how I'm built. And, it feels good for, the city to really understand that and, for them to know that this wasn't, my choice. I always wanted to be a Denver Bronco forever, and I'll always be a Denver Bronco forever. I'm just here working in LA right now.
Nelson Perez, go ahead.
Hi, Vaughn. Nelson Perez from Hispanic Source Media. Congrats on another Super Bowl. My question goes, you obviously have experience going to Super Bowl week, obviously. They're teammates in your team that obviously they don't have the same experience as you. How you compartmentalize being like when it was your first Super Bowl, how you compartmentalize the emotional side of it? Obviously, you're playing the Super Bowl, the biggest game, and to focus on the game and the actual game. How do you do that?
I guess you just got to embrace the emotions that come with it. You got to embrace the anxiety. You got to embrace the nerves, and you got to embrace the moment. Most importantly, the Super Bowl is 6 days away. I can't make it come any faster. I can't make it move any slower. You got to stay in the moment. Take each moment as it presents itself. You don't want to get too ahead mentally or physically. You just want to wait for it. This is my second Super Bowl, but this is totally different. This is new for me. This is Super Bowl 56. I played in Super Bowl 50. It's six years of changes have happened in between. So this is a new experience for me, and that's how I compartmentalize, everything. I just take it as its own separate thing, its own entity, and I just stay in the moment, and I embrace everything that comes with it. And I think that's what makes me me, and I think that is what helps me keep the correct mindset and stay focused going into big games like this.
All right, Sergio Venegas, go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is Sergio Vanegas from Mexico City, Deportrese.com. Congratulations to reach the Super Bowl. It's the second time. I don't know if they already asked to you this, but it's two questions. The first one is you already become the MVP. Do you dream to this one becomes once again the MVP? And what about the Twitter that you sent to Odell Beckham Jr.? You dreaming that they joins to you on the team? And good luck for the Sunday.
Thank you. Yeah, I got some crazy dreams. Now I don't want to say them all because, y'all might think I'm a sicko, but I want, all the success. I don't care if I don't care if I'm a pass rusher or not. I still dream like I'm a quarterback. I still dream like, I'm a receiver on this team. I still dream of, getting touchdowns and all the crazy stuff. And, I still dream of me making a game-changing play, and I still expect that out of myself. And like I said, man, I got some crazy dreams, man. And, I think that's a blessing, that God has blessed me with that passion for my job and my sport. And yeah, Odell, man, that's my boy, man. And I had a dream that he won the MVP. And I was super happy like I had won the MVP. So, that's my boy, man. I want to see him have all the success in the world, but I just want to get there and win it, man. I want to dream of winning it. I want to dream of playing a tough, hard-fought game and we come out victorious. And, that's what it's all about, man. I just want to take it, one day at a time, and however everything presents itself, you just deal with it how it comes, and, just taking one play at a time, man. And that's how you do it.
All right, let's go back to Brandon Cristal.
Vaughn, I'm going to throw two at you. One from a conversation we had at the Pro Bowl a couple of years ago where you said, I think quote was, "I'm sick of hanging out with Melvin Ingram at the Pro Bowl because 5 years in a row you're like, this is the fifth time I've been with him." So will you allow yourself to appreciate the week even though it's totally different? And then I guess on a lighter note, you spent a lot of money at Nuggets games. So if you talked to Stan or Josh and said, "Hey, thanks for paying me back a little bit after all the money I dropped at your arena"?
No, yeah, I met Josh, the other day after the Tampa Bay game, and, we talked about the Nuggets and, how that was my team, and we talked about all of that stuff, but I didn't bring that up. Thank you for giving me that. I gotta bring that up and thank those guys for paying me back for all those courtside tickets. But, a huge Nuggets fan, want to wish those guys, much success. And, me and Melvin Ingram, that's my boy. It's kind of like the same relationships that I have here with these guys. I've been knowing Jalen Ramsey for a long time, Odell Beckham for a long time. And no matter how much you talk about things, it's just there's no way to really expect this happening. You could talk about the law of attraction and speaking things into existence, but you just never really know, and you really never know how it feels until it does happen, man. And it's great, and it's been a blessing to to be here and be a part of it for sure.
All right, Jeff Stainbrook, Athletes in Action.
Hey, Vaughn, Will Klumpenauer, Athletes in Action, coming to you from Denver, Colorado. Really miss you there. You obviously had a very memorable Super Bowl run with the Broncos 6 years ago when you're still on a rookie contract. How's your role changed this year with the Rams?
For me personally, I don't think it's changed much. For me personally, I still feel like I'm the guy. I still feel like I'm the guy that has to go out there and win the game for my teammates. I still feel like I'm the quarterback. I still feel like, I hold all of this. I hold all the weight to go out there and win the game, and that's how I want it. That's just the way that I look at it. But I guess from the outside perspective, other than myself, my role would be, to just keep these guys focused. They really bring positive energy to the team. Of course, rush the passer and have success rushing the passer. That's why I'm here. That's the ultimate goal. But I think it stems off more than that. To really talk about my experience and let these guys know how my experience was in 2015 and kind of plant these seeds and all of these guys for them to have the same type of success. And I think that's what my role would be perceived on the outside.
Let's go back to Brandon.
Yeah, Vaughn, let me keep asking questions. I'll keep firing away. You mentioned your son being born here, and Valor's obviously, what is he, about 6 months old now?
He's
How tough
6
is it?
months in a week today.
Well, so maybe you guys celebrate by letting them play with the Lombardi Trophy if it works out for you. But I guess how tough has that been? You know, every new parent wants to spend as much time as possible with their kids, but work has taken you to LA. So how much have you been able to get back and see them, if at all? And how much will that change your offseason?
Man, it's tough. It's tough. You know, he's a handsome little guy, and you know, whenever I see him, you know, I see myself in him, and you want to be there. You want to, you know, they change so much every single day. They make different noises every single day. They laugh a little bit different. They smile a little bit different. They cry a little bit different every single day. And you know, you don't want to miss those things. But you know, daddy has to be here, and daddy has to be successful to pay for, you know, Valor's college, you know, coming up. So this is just the nature of my job, and you know, that was one of the toughest things that I had to do, was to leave my firstborn son in Denver and, you know, to come here. But that's just the nature of my sport. And yeah, it's super tough, you know, seeing them on FaceTime and getting pictures and, you know, videos. It's just, you know, it doesn't hit the same. And, you know, last time I seen him, I flew to Denver December 7th to see him. So that's about, you know, 2 months. And then before that, the last time I saw him was in October before I had got traded. So, you know, these huge gaps are killing me. But, you know, we made it this far. You know, we got one more game. And I think that'll be the best part, is just to be able to, you know, get the win. Hopefully we can put our best foot forward and get the win, and, you know, go back to see Val. My whole offseason will be centered around him. You know, whether I have to go to Denver to see him or he fly to me, my whole entire, you know, golf season. My whole entire off season will be centered around my son. You know, they can start swinging clubs at 10 months. You know, so I want to put the golf club in his hand at 10 months. You know, I want to be there to help him with his hand-eye coordination. You know, I want him to not even remember learning how to play golf. And, you know, so I'm definitely had to be around him so much this off season. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, let's go to Rob Romershauser.
Hi, Vaughn. My name is Rob, and I would like to ask you a question. You have a similar situation with teammate Odell Beckham Jr. You both did not think that you could possibly be in a Super Bowl from the teams that you previously played in. Have you gotten a kinship with Odell Beckham Jr. because you're both veteran superstars?
Oh yeah. Yeah, what was it, sir?
Like kingdom, like friendship, since y'all have come to the Rams with a similar situation, being traded in late in the season.
Yeah, that was a great question, man. Odell Beckham, that is my brother, man. We talked about all of these things, and you know, I don't know about him. I don't know about him being with the Cleveland Browns. I felt like we could go to the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. That's just the way I think. You know, that's just the way I think. You know, we had Teddy Bridgewater, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, you know, Noah Fant and Melvin Gordon and Javon Wood. I'm thinking we can go to the Super Bowl with the team that we had, and our defense was stout. You know, that's just how I perceived it. Maybe on the outside, you know, not so much, but I think we definitely had more of a chance to go to the Super Bowl than the Cleveland Browns did. But yeah, it was. I felt like we did. So, you know, I would talk to Odell, you know, about you know, playing on the same team and, you know, doing this and doing that, and it would just be talk. And you know, you really got to watch, you know, the things that you say, because you know, the power of the tongue is just so powerful, man. And we talked about playing on the same team. We talked about having success and doing all these great things. And then boom, we both end up on the Los Angeles Rams team in LA on contenders. And now we're in the Super Bowl, man. It's incredible. It is a blessing. You know, God is good. God is great. You know, God built you know, the heaven and earth in 7 days. You know, he can definitely change your situation in a year, you know, and in a couple of days. So, you know, I just feel so blessed to be here with all of my buddies. I feel like it's a Pro Bowl team. It feel like it's a Pro Bowl every single day. I got Matthew Stafford, Andrew Whitworth, Rob Havenstein. I got Sony Michel and Cam Akers and Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham. We got all of these stars, man. And you know, it's truly a privilege to come up here and work with these guys every single day, man. I just feel so blessed to be here with all of my buddies.
All right, Lance Pugmire, go ahead.
Hey, Vaughn, how you doing? Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. You know, the momentum you guys carry into this game from what you did against the Niners second half, how important is that? And I mean, as a unit, have you guys gotten together and said anything along the lines of, you know, this is our game for the taking. We can take the game over and take control of the Super Bowl and win it ourselves?
Yeah, man, you just got to take it one game at a time. Each and every game is different. Each and every team is different. That 49ers team was a tough team. They got a tough team, and we struggled with them all season. So to get the win and to have a great second half versus those guys was great. We really don't, talk about, what we did in the next game and try to bring it. We just treat every single game, we just treat it as his own individual game. And, the leaders on this team, man, and the star players on this team, man, it's just incredible, man. You really don't have to say much or give a speech or, motivate these guys, man. We got Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Jalen Ramsey, Eric Weddle, Greg Gaines, and Troy Reader, and Ernest Jones, Taylor Rapp. We got Double D and T. Will and Nick Scott, and we got all of these guys, man, and they're hungry to win and they're hungry to be successful. They're all doing the right things to be successful. So it's not much that we really have to talk about. Raheem Morris is a hell of a coach, and he should be, a head coach after the season. And the way he motivates us and the way he refocuses us, the way he puts us in position to refocus, and the way he talks to us, man, is so motivating. And it's just been an honor and a privilege to be a part of this defense, man. It's just refreshing. All I have to do is go out there and do my job, and it feels great to be here.
All right, let's go to Jake Malik, Sideline Sports.
Hey, Vaughn, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're good. Doing pretty good. Thank you. So you get to be here with Odell, and it's pretty well known that you two are I think a good description is pretty good friends, if not best friends. You guys are pretty close together. And I know last week I was on some of the calls for the NFC Championship, and you were talking how excited you were to be with him. You're in the Super Bowl together now. You're playing on opposite sides of the ball, obviously, but you're both working towards the same goal. Just what does it mean to you to be on a team with like your best friend and have a chance to win, in your case, a second championship, but just to win a championship in general?
Just being on a contender, being in LA, being with all these guys, having success with the Rams is already enough. And then you put Odell Beckham, one of my good friends, on the same team, bro. It's like God really has his hand on all of this. And this is all God's plan, and there's no way I could have wrote it any different. Me and Odell became really good friends years ago. I felt like he saw not just football, but the world, the same way I saw it. And I felt like we spoke the same language, whether it's like family, friends, whether it's like media, whatever comes with being successful in the league. I feel like we both seeing the world through the same lens. And we just kind of clicked, man. And, that's just been my guy. This is years ago, and we've built on that relationship. We've traveled all across the world. We're truly brothers. We've disagreed on stuff, and we've disagreed on things, and then we've got back together, and that just made us even stronger. It's really just like a brotherhood, man. We keep it real with each other, man, and we have fun together, man. And it's whenever it's time to have a good time, there's nobody better to do it than Odell Beckham and Von Miller. Whenever it's time to work, there's no guys working harder than than Von Miller and Odell Beckham. So we it's been a true blessing that God has aligned us up together at this point in our lives, going to a Super Bowl, man. There's no way that you could have wrote it any better than that, man. And it's an honor and a privilege to be here with all of these guys, man. But specifically to be here with Odell Beckham, man, it is dope, and it's a blessing.
All right, let's go to Osi Umenyiora from the BBC.
Vaughn, what's going on, bro?
OC, what's up, man? I've been trying to get the guy on the cross chop, man. I'm trying to tell him, sack, force fumble, fumble recovery, touchdown. That's the best play that you could possibly make, man. And I'm trying to get the guys on the same thing, man.
Hey, let me ask you something, though, man, because for the past, I don't know, what is it, 6 years now, you've had this pass rush summit where all the great pass rushers come. But for some reason, I haven't received the invitation, Vaughn. Like, what?
Bro, that's Chuck. That is Chuck Smith's fault. That's Chuck Smith. You know, he does the invitations, and we're gonna definitely have you there this year, man, so we can talk over the cross chop and all the things that you did, and hopefully these guys can take some of the great things that you did in your career and in your pass rush, and it'll bleed over onto us, man. And of course, man, you have to be here at the Pass Rush Summit. It's gonna be the craziest Pass Rush Summit ever. We're gonna have Aaron Donald and TJ Watt and all of these guys here, man. It won't be the Von Miller Pass Rush Summit unless O.C. Amanura comes. So you definitely.
My God, you better let them know, Vaughn. Listen, one more question, man. I think probably the best game I've ever seen in terms of pass rush was that 2016 AFC Championship game. You guys against the New England Patriots. I've never seen anything like that before, and people don't really talk about that game, I think, the way they should. I'm so curious as to how that took place. Like, how did you guys do what you did in that particular game?
Honestly, I really don't know, man. I think we were just motivated. We're playing the New England Patriots, and they had never lost to a team twice in one season, especially in the playoffs. And it's Tom Brady. I said a note to Tom Brady when he retired this last week. And, I thank Tom Brady because – some of the highest moments in my life involved him in some form or fashion. And whenever you're playing Tom Brady, you already know you have to play to a level. You have to, essentially go alien. You have to put your best foot forward just to even have a chance. And, he's just so good of a player. And I think our whole team was on that. And, we had DeMarcus and, he's a pass rush, superhero. And, they have Malik Reed, not Malik Reed, but Malik Jackson and, Derek Wolfe and all of these pass rushers, man. And we just went into the game and we didn't make it bigger than what it was. And we just pass rushed, man. And we knew we had to get pressure on Tom Brady. I think we had 17 hits on Tom Brady. And a lot of guys had multiple sacks, man. And, it was just one of those games that you don't plan for it. It just happens. It's not a move or anything that I was planning to use in the game. I was just trying to get off on the ball and, just stay prayed up before going into the game. And, I'm just so grateful that, my desires for that game and God's desires for that game, really aligned up.
All right, let's go to John Shearer from Sideline Sports.
Hey, Vaughn, how you doing today?
How's it going?
Pretty good. So can you talk to me a little bit about what it's like to get to play with DeMarcus Ware and Aaron Donald in your career, two all-time greats? Thank you.
Man. Those are two of the best players that I've been able to play with defensively. I don't know who's one. I don't know who's two. Both of those guys are two of the best players that have ever played the sport. Both of those guys are historic and record breakers, and both of those guys have different energies about them. And both of them, they play different positions. DeMarcus was on the outside. He was a edge rusher, and Aaron Donald is an interior lineman, but he can rush on the outside too. And it's just been great, man. I've only been here for 12 weeks, man, and I already love the guy. You see the way Aaron Donald works, and it just makes you want to put your neck on the line for the guy. Being a huge fan of DeMarcus Ware and everything that he did in Dallas, and him coming to Denver. He hadn't won a Super Bowl or anything like that before. You want to put your neck on the line for the guy as well. He's just such a great guy on and off the football field. Both of these guys, they can do any move in the book. They're both super strong. You can't single either one of those guys, man. And it was just an honor and a privilege to play with both of these guys, man. I'm really blown away as I kind of reminisce about DeMarcus and as I kind of reflect on, the type of player that Aaron Donald is, man. It's so dope, and it's so amazing, to have these special moments with both of these guys.
All right, let's go to Nick Hamilton with Nightcast Media.
Hey, Vaughn, congratulations, man, on being in this position.
Howdy. Thank you.
You've always been a guy that's been about fashion, been about music. We saw you on the Peacock Network at one point with Snoop breaking down some film. So what are you listening to these days, Vaughn, that's kind of keeping you upbeat, keeping you balanced, and then just getting you in that zone?
It's a lot of new music out. I DJ, I listen to all type of new music. But really for me, I've been listening to Future Evolve. that album dropped a day before the Super Bowl, and it just brings me back in that Super Bowl moment. It just brings me back and what I was thinking, where I was at that point at that time and that point in my life. And I just been listening to that whole album, start to finish, from It Ain't No Time to Zanny Family to Program to all of those things. That was a special moment in my life. And that album dropped the day before the Super Bowl. It dropped on that Saturday. And we were all kind of listening to the music in San Francisco, listening to Future. And on Program, he said, him and Cam Newton were really good friends, leading up to that Super Bowl. And in that album, he had said, we're about to win so big right before that Program track. And it just kind of like, oh, what? They already got the game won? Like, Future artist hit, they got the game won already, man. And it just kind of, you're just looking for anything to kind of motivate you. And, that album and that song especially kind of motivated us to go out there and play, to an alien level, man. So I've been listening to, that Evo. It might be old, it might be 6 years old, but it keeps my mind, it keeps my mindset in the Super Bowl mindset, that the same mindset that it was in 2016 when the album dropped.
All right, Nick Cothrell from Sports Illustrated.
Hey, Vaughn, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
So, given that you've been to a Super Bowl before, have you and other teammates like Sony Michel been able to kind of, let your other teammates know what to expect in this week, given that it's kind of like unlike any other week in the NFL?
It's all different. This is different for me. This Super Bowl experience is different than the Super Bowl experience in 2015 at Super Bowl 50. But what I've been trying to portray to the guys is, we got 60 minutes and then it's football heaven. If we can pull this thing off and get the win, it's football heaven, fellas. It's really heaven, whatever you want to do. It's golf heaven. It's hometown heaven. It's family heaven. It's, all of these things, man. This is the pinnacle of our sport. It doesn't get any bigger than this game. And to go out there and have success and go into the off season with this accomplishment, man, it's nothing like it. So I just been trying to tell all the guys, man, this is football heaven. We're playing to go into football heaven and to be remembered eternally as brothers that went out and won it. The game hasn't been won yet. I'm always just trying to let the guys know what it'll feel like. I try to express to the guys what it feels like to go out there and have success. There's no way I can get everybody ready, and there's no way I can really just explain to them exactly what it'll be like. But I can tell them what it feels like to go out there and win it, and that's just what I've been putting on the guys, man. Football heaven. We're 60 minutes away from it.
All right, we got time for just a couple more. Let's go to Colin Cronin from the Irish NFL Show.
Hi, Yvonne. Greetings from Dublin, Ireland. You're obviously with the Rams now, and you got Wes Phillips there with Coach Wade. So you had a Phillips involved in Super Bowl 50, Super Bowl 53, and now Super Bowl 56. Can you talk to us a little bit about Coach Phillips and his influence on your career?
Oh, Coach Phillips, him and DeMarcus Ware together. Man, having both of those guys on the same team, having DeMarcus there, having Wade Phillips there, both of their energies, it kind of it pushed me to be a better player. Coach Phillips has coached every great pass rusher that you could possibly think of, and everything he would tell me about the game, how I should approach the game. He would always go out there and say, "There are no mistakes. All the mistakes on me. Y'all just go out there and play," and it just put everybody at ease. And we just went out there and played. And Coach Phillips, he had never won a Super Bowl before. So, like I said before, earlier in this interview, whenever you're doing things for somebody else, it brings the most out of you. And I was playing for Coach Phillips. I was playing to get Coach Phillips a Super Bowl, playing for DeMarcus to get him a Super Bowl, Peyton Manning to get him a second Super Bowl. We're playing for all of these guys, man, to get a second Super Bowl out of those guys. And I have real love for those guys. And I really appreciate those guys dearly. And the moments that we spent together and the things that were said to me, I'll take those to my grave for sure.
All right, let's finish up here with one from Miguel Tataje from the End Zoners.
Hey, hi, Vaughn. Do you feel any different entering this game and the Super Bowl MVP that you did leading up to your first Super Bowl? How do you feel like that experience might help you?
You know, I was playing the game. I never thought I was gonna get Super Bowl MVP. I know I had played well. I was just trying to make plays for my teammates. I was just trying to do whatever it took to win the game. And then I was running off the field to go celebrate, and they was like, "No, come with us, you're the MVP." I was shocked, man. I didn't think about the MVP going to that game. I wasn't playing to get the MVP. I was playing to win the game, and to have success like that, it's great, man. And that's where my mindset is at. This coming week as well. I'm not planning to get an MVP. I'm not planning to do this or planning to do anything else. I'm planning to win the game with my brothers. I'm planning to put my best foot forward, to do my role, to do everything that I possibly can do for us to come out victorious come Sunday night. And we're going against a tough Cincinnati Bengals team. Joe Burrow is the truth. He's got one of the best skill groups in the National Football League with Jamar Chase. Joe Mixon is a top 5 running back, and he's not 5. he's definitely not 4 or 3 either. He's a great back in this league, man. And we're gonna have to put our best foot forward to come out victorious. And I just want to take the same mindset that I had going to Super Bowl 50 going into this game.
All right, we will wrap it up there. Vaughn, thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.